All right, here we are. I just shot a walkthrough for or a scouting report, I should say, for this new tournament that's coming up. The Solar States tournament. But I wanted to play some Tour 10. I'm trying to get. I only have, how much time do I have here? Just today. So it finishes in 4 hours. I have 4 hours, and I need to win 4 games. So I thought I'd go in and see if I can win my 4 games to try and get the last chest. I'm still looking for my 3 Apocalypse cards. So anything that I can do to try and get those cards. That's part of the reason why I started playing higher tours, was to get build up my card inventory, try and get some of these epics that I got close to level 7, get them maxed out, or not maxed out, but get them to 7. Here we go. I have my calculator next to me. I've been playing Tour 7 when I'm just sitting down watching TV, because I don't really have to think about it. I can just do the math in my head, and it's not a big deal. But when I'm playing the Tour 10, the winds are higher, and I really need to make good wind adjustments. And I have mixed results when I'm sitting down watching TV playing Tour 10, so I'm actually in my play position. Now this hole right here has been kicking my ass. I keep ending up in the rough in here. And I've tried laying it up here, because you can lay it up and try and go, but what happens is that every time I do that, we end up with a 12-mile-an-hour headwind, and that's not conducive. So what I really need to do is come out here and take a couple practice shots and really try and get the ball down this fairway. I'm not putting enough curl on it. It's what the deal is. I keep ending up coming in on the left-hand side in the middle of this, and if you're on the left-hand side, everything wants to drift. And if you get behind that rock, you are behind that rock. There ain't no hitting out from behind it. All right. I'm going to put on 5 topspin. I'm going to do a max curl shot. I'm going to pull back to the 0 mark. I'm going to do 5 rings off. Now let's see where my second bounce is at. I should be in the clear right there. So 1.1 times 9.6 divided by 1.3 is 8.12 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. And I'm going to do a max curl shot. I want to see like how far I have to come out. I'm willing to sacrifice a hole or two so that I can get this drive shot worked out. And I hit that grate to the right, and it came in on the right. So I could start off in that same spot, 5 rings off, and put on 5 topspin instead of, I think I did 4. It's difficult here too if you're hitting off of this island, because this island is domed like this. And so when you're coming in from this direction, if you hit on the top, the ball's going to take a bounce, but then you're like, hey, I'm a little short on the other side, I need to push the ball forward. But then you get on the curve, and then the curve makes the ball run flat, and then you don't get as much distance. You're really going to have to hit off the top. You really do. And this is the new pin placement on this hole. Be like right in that area. I'm going to put on a little bit more backspin, and I'm just going to leave the wind in. Hitting it perfect. I should have put on like 1 or 2 more backspin. The whole thing there is that I have no idea where that was going to go. The whole goal was just to get right where I'm at right here, so that I can make a putt and let's force a shootout, because I could try and get tricky there. And when you're working wind out down in that sand and that water, you can over pull that and trying to put wind back in to get to the right spot. Let's just get fairway to green, make our putt, and move on to the shootout. Move along, little doggy. putt the ball to draw. I hate those little side hill putts where we're looking at the hole here, but we're having to make the putt off to the side. Don't like them. I'm afraid to say it, but I haven't missed a putt in a long time. I know as soon as I say that, the next fucking hole we get on, I'm going to miss the putt. But it's true. Cataclysm. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to have to shoot it from farther back because I don't have that big ball. And I'm not sure I can beat that. This hole has been kicking my ass because I keep getting on it with this big ass headwind and I'm not running it right. I still got room. Still got room. 11. Actually, let's change that to 4. 11.8 divided by 1.8. I'm just going to do a max pull, so it's 10 rings. It's 9.17 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that'll be enough. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if I can get. We'll see if I actually. Nope. And I did a 40% on that and still ended up like short shooting that. And I did it at max club and I was at mid. Like I over pulled that big time and still ended up shanking it. This hole has just been kicking my ass. It's playing so much different with the big wins than it does if you're playing it with in rookie. That just pisses me off. That was a poor shot there. Poor, I say. What the hell were you thinking? Might as well have just went down there and maxed overpowered it and tried to stick it on there with all the backspin. Rat bastards. All right. Evidently, I'm not going to be able to win 4 in the next 4 hours. Maple Bay. 6.9 divided by 1.3. These 6.4 rings. Let's try and get lined up a little. There's 5, 6, 4, and that puts me 2 rings into power. I want to put a little bit of curl on it. A little bit of overpower. 1 ring great to the right. That shouldn't hurt me. Just run off to the end. And this is definitely a hole that you do not want to overshoot because it rolls off. Like you get up there to the top of this crest right here. When it rolls off the other side, it's like here's the top of the crest and it rolls off. You will end up in the sand if you break that crest. It'll be very unlikely that you get stuck in the rough. I suppose it could happen, but it's very unlikely. APOC 8. Look at that. The big boy. Bringing the big boy out. I'm so far away from an APOC 8. I think I have 23. I'm level 7 with like 20 some odd cards. It took 7 years to get to level 7, so it'll take 7 years to get the 377 or 78 cards I need. Take forever. Jeez. times 12.8 divided by, where am I at my club? Here's min. There's max. I'm about mid club, which is 1.6. 9.2 rings. Nine point two. Here's 9.2. I'm going to lean just a little. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I can be even close. Just missed it. Now leaning made me miss it. If I hadn't leaned, I'd have hit the flagpole. That was with a 15% at mid club. I was probably kind of in between mid and min. I was definitely closer to min than I was probably in between. I played this at 2.1 it should be like 2.1, 2.2 at mid, at minimum club, so it'd be like 1.9. Jeez. 9.2 at 1.6. I think mid was much better. It was me leaning against the rings, putting that little teeny bit of curl on it. Took it off trajectory. That ball looked like it was going to come in on the left, and it did. Never been an Inbringer fan. I suppose if you have if you got a level, I've got a level 7, or no, I don't. If you got a level 7, level 8 Inbringer, then you start to get into the situation where, like, is it better? Which is better, it or the rapier? The rapier's got every tool that you need. It's got topspin, it's got backspin, it's got curl, it's got ball guide, it's got everything that you could want in a club. But when the Inbringer gets to level, and I know a lot of people that use Inbringers and they swear by them, but I've always been a rapier fan. Let's see if we can get that shitty hole again. What is the deal on these holes? Oh wow, we got a tailwind. I can't believe I got a tailwind. Like all of these holes, it's like massive freaking headwind. Massive. It's about mid B52, eking mid. Probably closer to mid than it is to min. And I'll be in my Grizzly probably about mid club, which is 1.1 per ring. I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention to how many they moved. They hit it perfect. We're going to see. We're going to see. It looks like it's going to be super close. Super freaking close. Yeah. All right. All right. I got this. I got it. 14.1 divided by... I'm going to do mid. 1.1. 16.66 rings. If I have enough room. If I have enough room to work out that many rings. Okay, there's 10. There's 15, 16, 6, 6. Oh, fucking great. And great into the wind. So that's really going to be bad. And it'll roll off the back. It'll be like a mile away by the time it gets done rolling. That would have been pretty close if I'd hit that perfect. It would have had to go in the hole or I still would have been long, but I would have been... I think it would have stopped up there on the plateau if I'd hit it perfect, but it was close. It was close. Good game. Good game, my man. Good game. That's how you lose 2 in a row, just like bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Want to play again? Come on, dude. I'm game. I ain't afraid of your APOC 8. Let's see how much of my bankroll I can lose today trying to win 4 games. Trying to win 4 games playing Tour 10. This is a rough asshole. I haven't had any problems with the first shot here, but the second shot has been kicking my butt. Kicking my butt. I've been laying it up down here, and with an APOC or with a Cataclysm, I got a nice shot here, but I keep ending up in this drink. And I'm not sure what is really kind of throwing me off. Like I started off with a 10 and I ended up with the drink. Then I went to a 20 and I ended up in the drink. And then I went to a 40 and I ended up in the drink. And then I went to a 50 and the wind was blowing the other way. And I just shit. It's all about wind. Getting over to the other side is definitely beneficial. And not being in the sand would be definitely beneficial. I don't think I can get over there with a Quasar, though, against a headwind. They're going to end up in the sand. Boom. Boom. You can make it there with a sniper. But it is tricky. Shit. 11 mile an hour wind divided by 1.3. How many? 10 rings. And that's 10 rings off to the side, so I might be able to eke that out. .15 rings. There might be just enough room. It's 10.15. Hitting it perfect. Didn't take out enough wind. I did 20% on that. Still didn't take out enough. Well, at least we're going to have the same shot. They got the big backspin Houdini. There's a beautiful rough bump. If you're playing this in tournament play, you want to get into the right spot so you can do a rough bump right here. And you got a beautiful rough bump. Beautiful. Now let's just see if we can just get up there. See if I can get up there. Which room I got? I get as far up into that zone as possible. 9.5 divided by 2. Like 5.7 rings. We're definitely getting some distortion. There's 3, 4, 5. 5. Not sure if that's enough, but oh, that 75 ring great to the right is going to put me in the sand. Whew, I can't believe I made it over. Lucky on that. That second shot has been kicking my butt on this hole. The first shot, whether I lay it up down at the bottom or try and go over, that's not the one. It's the second shot has been kicking my ass. That little zone in there, for whatever reason, I'm just having issues making the adjustment. I tried running it through there where I wasn't getting as up close, so I was a little bit further away from the sand, but it didn't seem like you got to hit it perfect. Got lucky. Now, which way's the wind blowing here? So we've had tailwind, we had wind blowing from the right at 12 miles an hour, and then we had wind blowing from the left at 9.5 miles per hour. Now we've got headwind from our original shot, so that like we're in the middle of a freaking tornado here. Isn't it perfect? Barely went in the hole. Barely. Yeah, the first shot we had wind blowing like this, then we had wind blowing like this, and then we had wind blowing like this. So the wind's going in a we're in a tornado. It is so unrealistic the way that they do the wind. It really is. Power 5 ball. I just don't understand why Playdemic hates us so much. They put signs out on the course that are in our way. They can't give us just like, hey, you're going out there and playing golf, and you gotta, from the tee box, we got a tailwind, and on the next shot, the wind is blowing in the same direction, and the next shot, the wind's blowing in the same direction. It may be because the course has got a dog leg on it that, like the wind changes out there on the course, but the wind direction itself, it's still blowing from the north to the south, or it's still blowing directionally. It's still blowing the same way. I don't understand why they can't help us out. Like why they have to be such douchebags about it. Why? Why, I say? Why? 7.58 rings. There's 7, 6. Getting it perfect. Barely made that. Barely made it. Barely. I did a 30% on that, and I probably should have did more. 4 short. I just don't understand why why. The game's been out this long, and I'm sure that they've had complaints from people about it. It's like, why do we have to play it that way? Why? I mean, any excuse that you come up with is just a freaking excuse. Like there's no, I mean, a lot of the stuff that's out there, one of the cool things about Golf Clash is that a lot of stuff actually, if you've played real golf, I think you have a leg up when you're out there playing, because you can see like, hey, like it's going to roll off and it's going to break to the right or the left, and you can, things that you know in the real world actually apply here. They did an awesome job, like fantastic job developing this game. But yet then they'll turn around and do the win stuff like that. I just don't get the whole deal. Like, what's the benefit? If you want to do it so that you're forcing people to bring out bigger balls so that they're buying your stuff, then just give us headwind every time. Every time you play, you're playing in headwind. $12.7 divided by 1.3. I'm going to add on 20%. I'm going to be in this zone right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 5.5. And I'll be in the perfect spot, and I'll be behind a sign. Yeah, what other game do you play where you're in the perfect spot? There's 10. There's 11.7. This is like going to NASCAR, and they have all of the banners on the, they've got the track, and they've got banners all the way around, billboards all the way around the track. But what we're going to do, what we've decided that would make it better so that the drivers can see the signs better, is we're going to put the signs in the track. So imagine hitting that shot right there, and you hit a beautiful drive shot, and you're right there, right along the edge. You got a great angle to the cup. There's a rough bump if you brought the right stuff, and you got a sign in front of you. Once again, Like, I just don't understand. They must have so much confidence in the people up at the top that are spending the big money that they just don't give two shits. They just don't care. They don't care about, well, they don't care about us because we're not, if you're not spending big money, if you're not buying a ball pack, $100 pack every time the balls come out, then they really do not care about you. 1.2 times 10.6 divided by 1.8. 7 rings. 7.1 actually. And my goal is just to get up there. Let's not help my opponent. They're in a bad spot. There's 5, 6, 7, 1. Let's not try and get super greedy here. Let's just get up on the green so that we give ourselves a putt or a chip. That'll work. That will work. I'm in a good spot. Now my opponent's going to have to. Now they might be able to recover from there. They can. Oh, I got you. They already took. I forgot they went first. So I was like, how the hell did they end up there? I thought they were in the rough. I wasn't paying attention. And these weeks, like, I think the ball packs that came out last week, if you bought because really, if you're playing up at the top and you are spending money, and you will be spending money if you want to get towards the top, you're going to have to buy balls. In order to keep up with the Joneses, you'll have to. There'll be no choice. That the ball packs where they have instead of buying a $100 pack and you get 250 of a ball, you get 125 and then 90 Kingmakers, and in the $50 pack you get 125 balls. You're better off buying two $50 packs and getting 250 of the good ball. Oh yeah, we get that bigger chest, but that chests do not matter. I've never opened up a chest and went, wow, it gave me every single card I needed. It might have given me cards for one club that I needed, but like, you just don't, like, wow, that chest gave me, I got level 8 clubs just from opening up that chest. That's why if you go to the store and you're down here and you can buy do they still have them? Do they even still have where you can buy the chests? Yeah, where you can buy these chests. That is a waste of your precious gems. You're better off going out there and playing. I mean, it's a waste of your gems. Like, what do you get in this? You get 18 epics for 4,100 gems. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And what if you bought Kingmakers, you could get 45 Kingmakers for the same amount. If I was going to spend that, I'd rather get the 45 Kingmakers. I'd actually rather get the 180 Titans and save even more gems. The chest stuff is just definitely not worth it. But if you're buying special balls, the times during where you buy the $100 pack and you get pretty much the same amount of balls as you do in the $50 pack, and you're better. It's not a good deal. Not good at all, I say. What do I need? I still need 2 wins, I believe. Two dose. Am I 50-50 here? I think I'm right where I started. I think I started with 110 million. So if I won 2 and lost 2, I'm a 50% golfer. I did 4 shootouts on the other one, so at least I got that going for me. And the island shootout is not my favorite. That is a tough ass shootout. This hole right here is going to be all ball dependent. You can definitely help yourself by bringing out a bigger ball. 1.2 times 11.7 divided by 1.3. 10.8 rings. $10.8 rings. How much curl do I need to put on that? A little. Let's get up high enough where I can see it. Let's move the ring set. 10, 8. Need to put a little bit of curl. And hit it 1 ring great to the right. That'll be in the sand. Boom, out. Okay, at least I'm out. At least I got a shot from there, but it would have been nice for that to miss. My opponent with a 9.9 win, they could actually do a max overpower shot and probably make it over to the other side. Now what in the hell are you doing here, dude? Let's watch this. So there's 10, there's 11. And are they going to do max overpower on this? Some overpower? I have no idea what they're doing. They're doing that, which is much better. That's a good. You can see the little hill that the green's on. That's a good spot to be in. Good, good. Here's max. There's mid. $10.5 divided by 2.4, maybe 437. I'm gonna just do the 437. If I underpull it, I'd rather be high on that. 437. Oh fuck! That was the worst side to hit it on. That'll miss. Wow! I can't believe that went in. I will take it though. Jeez, that was close. That was close. I can't believe that went in. Amazing. Because it's braking as it comes down that hill. It's braking to the right, and I hit it to the right. So I must have not pulled enough with the wind, and the wind pushed it in anyways. Great. Excellent. And that will be in the hole. Barely. Almost didn't make it up there. Almost. All right, going to a shootout. I've been getting my ass handed to me in these shootouts, so I usually don't mind going to shootouts, but I really kind of just rather beat people out on the course, but that's been tough. Okay, which way's the wind blowing? Of course. Times 9.2 divided by 1.8, 6.64 rings. 6.64 rings. There's 5, 6, 6, 4. Hitting it perfect. See if we can get even close. And I was leaning a little because I knew I felt like it was gonna push me off to the right. I did a 30% there. I probably should have did a 40 in a headwind. And I definitely should have did a 40 in a headwind. I believe when they changed this hole, when they put the new pin placements in, they changed it because we used to just come out here and do 20s, and now it's now we're definitely getting pushed off. I should switch to a sniper. Some of the holes, the sniper's fine. And some of the out there on the course, the sniper's kind of short. That raw distance. Let's see how many they move. Move 9. Now, as much as it pushed me off, that should be to the right. Did I win? It's going to be close, I think. I think I drifted off. I might have drifted off farther than them. I wasn't paying attention to my distance, but I probably lost. Wow, I can't believe I won that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Want to play again, bro? You want to play again? I think I'm 1 win away. There we go. And I think I have 1 slot open. Let's just do it right here. Only took me 35 minutes to win 4 games. Lost 2, 3, 70. All right. I remember when I first started playing, getting onto this island. You could just get onto the island by doing a rough bump. Like if you got lower developed stuff, and I getting onto the island, and I made my first albatross on this hole with a horizon with low level stuff. Could barely get over to the island. Actually did the rough bump off the edge to get onto the island, barely getting over there. It was tricky. Didn't have the clubs, like if you hit over to this side, there was no way you were going to get onto the green. Just didn't have the clubs to do it when you first start. Max, max, max. Okay, 1 point times 9.4 divided by 1.3 is 8.67 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. One ring great to the right. I should have plenty of room out there. Pounding it down there. Giving myself a fairly straight up shot. Now, the wind 5 minutes ago was blowing from this direction, and now the wind's blowing from this direction. So once again, we're still in that cycle. We're in that tornado. I really just can't get over that. I love playing the game, but I freaking hate playing the game at the same time. Everything I hate about the game is shit that Playdemic could fix that they do to us on purpose for whatever their reasons are. Somebody got a gold star above their name and they were like, hey man, if we do it like this, then this will happen. Whatever their reasoning is. Perfect. If we were really setting up for this, wow, that's going to be close. That was super close. If we're playing this in a tournament, you almost have to get an Albie on this hole. 7.2 divided by 1.8. 4.8 rings. .8 rings. Here's 4, 8. And a 1 ring great to the left, which might have helped me because I might not have pulled enough there. Yeah, that didn't help me. I did a 20 and I was still that far off, and I hit a great to the left. Probably should have did a 40. I don't remember this stuff because I'm not playing enough. Where you come out and you're just playing and you're really keeping it fresh in your mind. Yeah, in tournament play, this hole right here, this hole. We played one of the community cups, and this hole was in there because, of course, all of the holes that you can make easy, you can get an Albie on this. You almost have to get an Albie. In that particular community cup, you had to get an Albie. I think I Albied it that week. I was like five Albies. Which way's the wind blowing? Come on, come on. I really like doing the rough bump here, but I really don't want to do the rough bump with a 12.9 mile an hour wind. If the wind was blowing side, like, I think normally I do like a 10% here, but with that big of a wind, it's got to be bigger. And if you, to put the topspin on to get to the hole, if you overpull it, you're going to end up a billion miles away. And if you underpull it, you're going to end up in the sand. And I don't know exactly what the number is that I should be doing, so I'm stuck. So I'm going to be doing what my opponent's done, just throwing it out there and hope it rolls down the hill and gets close to the cup. Oops. Uh-oh. .9 times 1.1 divided by 1.8 is 9.1 rings. If I end up in the sand there, I think I'll still have the distance on them. So I'm going to go for it. Only because they screwed up. 9.4 rings. 9.1, excuse me. There's 9. I'm going to stay in my Cataclysm, and I'll just put just a titch of overpower on it. Hitting it perfect. Oh, and I ended up in the water. Look at that. Look at that. Man, that pisses me off. I could have just laid it up there and did the thing. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. That was me being that was me playing aggressive instead of just playing one-on-one and trying to win the chest. I could have just laid it up there and I could have bounced it over from the other side and ended up in the sand and been fine. And won. Shit, they were 5 miles away. That right there was a stupid one-on-one. That was me playing tournament, not playing one-on-one and thinking win. Dumbass. Man, that pisses me off. I don't mind losing, but when you lose when you make a stupid ass mistake like that, that is really bad. Really bad. I'm not as far as I was the last time I was on this hole earlier in the video, and I was over here a little bit more, so it had opened up. I might still, from that distance, I might still be in mid-club. Possibly. It's definitely one if I hit it perfect. If I hit it perfect and don't lean to the right, I might go in. Dumb move. Dumb. See if my opponent can get over there where they want. I'm sure they will. If you hit a little bit more, dude, you could have had a better view of that sign. And that sign would have been right in your way because that's a nice tall sign. It's nice when I put those tall signs in those areas. There's min. There's max. So I am at mid. So it's 9.6 divided by 1.6. 6.9 rings. .9. There's 6, 9. Hitting it perfect. In the hole! Woo! I didn't lean this time. I still did. I remembered I did a 15% the last time I was here, and then I put a little bit of, I leaned a little bit, and the lean took me off the hole. Now, there are times when a thorn, like I see most people do backspin shots and not like run it up like my opponent is, but this wouldn't be a bad time to do a backspin shot because he's already putting on so much backspin in order to woe it up, and he'd get a better read on his tail, and he wouldn't have to pull over the sand. And you can see that the sand is distorting the rings a little. One ring great to the left, that should miss firmly. Good game, my man, good game. All right. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Hey, good luck. Good luck. I win 2, lost 1. I lost 1 because of my own stupidity. It could have been 3 in a row. Damn it. Well, maybe. I can't remember. Did I have to go back and watch it. We got some rewards. Let's see if we can get like just one Cataclysm card. No, 4 Horizons. I was kind of hoping for 4 Cataclysms, but no dice. Damn it. I am trying to work up, and it's taken forever and a day to try and work up some of these lower level cards that I have, or lower level epics, to get them to level 8 so that I can get more of the other cards. But it is taken. The next one that's gonna get maxed out will be the Castaway, and I hardly ever get the Castaway. And when I get the Castaway, it's on days when I get a card that I'm really working on. So, but if I can get, I am trying to work on Castaway and the Horizon and getting some of those, trying to get some of those up where they're maxed out so that I can get less cards in the group. There's not a lot of cards that I'm still like. Obviously, if I get on a day when there's no other card that I really want to get to level 7, I am working on my APOC. I would take the APOC over trying to get the Hammerhead to level 7. So, I mean, there is choices there, but I am definitely working on my Cataclysm. And I'm not really working on any of my long irons. Although you get that B52 up, especially when it gets over the ball guide, it gets up to the 4.2. It's not a bad deal. I actually, if I got my B52 to level 7, I think it does get ball guide at level 7. I'd probably switch to it. It's difficult because it hits the 135, and this 135 screws me up because there's no red line between it and your wood. And so there's a lot of times when you're up here and you're making adjustments, and like you can hit the red line and kind of like right across it, and you know you're hitting it. But with these clubs like the Goliath, and where there's no red line, it can be difficult sometimes. I'm definitely working on my Falcon. I hardly ever get the Falcon. I hardly ever see it. So, but when I do, I definitely want to get it to level 7. When I get it to level 7, I will probably switch to it from the Kingfisher, and it's the only thing that'd make me switch. Even if I get the Kingfisher maxed out, I think a Falcon 7 it'll be a big choice. I think the accuracy stays the same when it gets to level 7, but that's not that big of a deal. I have a lot of success with my Kingfisher when I can hit it perfect. I'm not working on any of my wedges, and I'm working on my off-roader, and I'm working on my Spitfire. So how many clubs am I working on? 1, 2, none of those. Falcon 3, B52 possibly when I get it. Cataclysm 4, Hammerhead only if it's the low choice on there, and I am trying to get more of my APOC to get it up, but it'll take forever to get the APOC up. So not a lot that I'm still working on, but I would like to get that Cataclysm. If they get that Cataclysm to 7, that'll be really the off-roader. It'll take forever to get it up. And it's questionable whether the off-roader, I know it's got a little teeny bit more topspin. It's got a little bit more backspin. The deal is that it has that 8 extra topspin versus the raw power. Right now it's kind of a toss-up. I have hit with my Nirvana for so long that I'm just used to it. But if I ever do get my off-roader to level 8, I will be forced to switch, just because of the top spin. And I think it does get a little teeny bit more power. All right, there you have it. I won 4. That was 50. I got enough time to. Do I have enough time to win one more? I do. Let's open that chest. Let's see if I can win one more, or if I'm going to break even for the day. Right now I'm up by 1, so let's see if I can win one and be up 2, or if I end the day right where I started. As far as cash flow, as far as bankroll. If you're new and you're playing the game and you're going up, I would highly recommend that when you go up that you want to work your bankroll. You do not want to be, and I could try and go over there, but man, this is the deal. If I brought out a bigger ball, I could go over there and work this, but I am not going to do that. There's so big of a risk of getting in the drink. 8.4 to 1.1 divided by 1.3. 7.10 rings. But if my opponent brings out a bigger ball and goes over there, I'm giving them, they're going to have a market advantage on me. There's just no two ways around it. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not willing to bring out a bigger ball in one-on-one to play the whole. There we go. And I'm not sure what to do on the second shot here as far as like, now if they take the risk of going over there and they make it, they are in the catbird seat. And that wind will definitely is enough to push them up there. And you can see the wind direction blowing in this, and they pulled it out. They better put that forward movement back on there. They did. I think they are screwed. I think if they hit that perfect, it's going in the drink. They got to hit it great to the, and that helped them. I think that great to the left helped them tremendously. Nope. They overpulled that. That's the whole thing about going over there. If you're not going to bring out the ball so that you can start off on the island, is you take the risk of having that shit happen. Okay, there's min. There's max. So I'm at mid club. So 10 divided by 1.6. 8.12 rings. I'm going to put on one backspin just to have a little more control. 8.12 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. And I did a 30%, which is probably not enough. And it wasn't. Probably needed to be like 35 or 40. Now my opponent can still catch up here. If we got the right kind of wind, they can go to that island. Oh, they got a 10.2 mile an hour headwind. There's no way. Not even if you brought out a big ball. That wind over that water is probably shit. Probably blowing 15 miles an hour. Is that in the drink? That is in the drink. Oh no. All right. I'm up 2 games. Unless they get the right kind of wind, they could make a hole-in-one here. This is a hole-in-oneable par 4 if the wind's blowing right. If they get a tailwind, yeah. What I would do if I was them right here, you got a free shot, try a max overpower hook shot. Not from over there, dumbass. You could try a max overpower hook shot and see. That'd be a great time to practice it. You get a free shot here, you've already lost. And trying a max overpower hook shot on the right-hand side to see if you could get around the bend to get on and one from that side instead of having to use the island. Good game. Good game, Big Daddy Brew. All right, filled the slots. I'm up 2 games. Holy crap. And I completed that chest. Wanted to make sure I got the, how many I got. I was at 400 trophies, and then I turned around and lost them all twice. So part of it is sitting down in front of the TV, where I'm just sitting down in the chair watching, and and I'm not set up in the right spot where I can really kind of focus on it. It is better if I'm in my game playing spot. And I don't think, what is that chest? I'm not going to be able to get there. I don't have any big things that I can win here. Play one game having used a razor. I don't think I've won all of the stuff that I can win. Chip in 40 times. That's play 10 games having hit only a perfect shot. And I played a bunch of games this month, or this season, and I've only had 5 games where I've hit perfect shots on every one. To tell you how seldom I hit perfect shots on every shot. All right, have a great day. Have fun. Maybe that gave you some heads up on Tour 10. Just maybe. Let me know in the comments if you have any comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber if you're not a subscriber, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good tournament this week. Stay safe. Have fun.